Leslie, thank you. New at 10 tonight, we're getting more insight into the internal investigation of Grantsville officer Garrett Fryer. He's the other man on the phone in that body camera footage out of Eugene, Oregon. They caught former officer Martin Siller and Fryer making racist comments.
Yeah, Fryer is now being investigated. Our Natalie Wattis asked an expert what happens next. She joins us live. And Natalie, what are they telling you?
Well, former Salt Lake County Sheriff Jim Winder said racist comments like these violate the officer's code of conduct and that the officer's testimony in future and former court cases could be discredited.
I'll never go on a cruise because I'm not old enough and I'm straight. I'm not gay. Which one of the black people go on? Carnival?
No, black people can't. They don't go on.
They can't swim. You got to be able to swim if you go.
Yeah, they like to just be grounded with their watermelon. They're fried chicken.
The man in the police car is former Eugene Police Department officer Martin Siller, capturing a conversation between himself and his former colleague, now identified as Garrett Fryer. The two both worked for the West Valley City Police Department for 20 years, overlapping for 16 of those years. Fryer now works for the Grantsville Police Department, and after we broke this footage in Utah Monday night, is now the subject of an internal investigation there.
When this happens, it really drives a wedge between an already fragile relationship between law enforcement and the public.
Winder weighed in on what happens now.
So highly likely individual would be placed on administrative leave.
Grantsville PD told 2 News they need to review the full video before proceeding.
Does making offensive remarks violate any standards for peace officers in Utah?
It does. People would say, well, there's nothing against the law. Well, that's not true. There's a code of conduct that this would be in direct violation of. But there is also an issue that people may not be familiar with, and it's called the Brady-Gigley Act.
Meaning a prosecutor would have to divulge any evidence of demonstrated bias in every case involving the officer moving forward.
You could see where the defense attorney would use that and potentially discredit the officer's testimony. And that then may result in the inability of the officer to perform his or her function.
Could that be applied retroactively to cases that the officer was on?
That's a really good question. The answer, generally speaking, is yes.
Now, Winder said Grantsville won't be able to disclose anything about the investigation while it's ongoing because it's considered a personnel matter. I did also receive a statement from the NAACP about this incident, and you can read that full statement on my web story on KUTV.com. Reporting live, Natalie Wattis, KUTV 2 News.